What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Emphasis on Sports. My name is Damon Anthony. I'm your host. As usual, we're going to kick it about sports, not much else, right? So let's get right to it. Tomorrow, World Series starts. Dodgers, Yankees. It's going to be a hell of a series. I truly do believe. You got a lot of stars on both sides. You got Aaron Judge. You got Giancarlo Stanton. You got Juan Soto. Look on the other side. You got Shohei. You got Mookie Betts. You got Freddie Freeman. It's going to be one hell of a series. I truly believe it. A lot of star power on the field. There's going to be a lot of star power in the stands. There's going to be a lot of media watching this one. These are the ones when they say that the league wants this matchup. Hey, look, it could have been the Mets. If it was the Mets and the Yankees, huge media, huge eyes. Having the Dodgers on there, also solid. Remember, the Dodgers been good for like last couple of years. They've been really, really good. They loaded up and they look locked and loaded and ready. Still take the Dodgers on this one. Can't wait to watch it. Going to be a hell of a series. Let's move on to the NBA. So in the NBA, last night was the opening night, kind of full slate, right? Tuesday night, we got a couple games. Last night, we had like 10 games. Nothing really major to speak on. It is, the opening nights. There's 82 games. You win, lose game 1, 2, or 3. It really doesn't mean that much towards the end of the season. Couple things to note though. Last night in Philly's first game, Joel Embiid, Paul George, not on the court. Zion Williamson, illness. Think he's supposed to be back for their next game. But we got stars that we're not seeing early. Embiid with this, I'm going to sit out for second halves of games is absolutely wild to me. Second half of back-to-backs, you're going to be down 15 games. So if you happen to get hurt, you might just be out for a while. How's your team going to gel? How are they going to work around you? How are they going to be able to get that going? It's for me to find out, right? I guess we'll see how the season unfolds. But the NBA season is here and ready, and I'm absolutely loving it. Let's get straight to the NFL. Let's move right on to the NFL, all right? So now we're moving into week 8. As we get closer to week 10, by week 10, week 11, that's when it's a wrap. If you're not in it, look around your division. If you got somebody 3-4 games ahead of you, cancel Christmas. It's over. So these are the real crunch time games for a lot of teams, including this one, including the 49ers. It's time to get it together for all teams involved. Shit or get off the pot. It's one of those old sayings, right? So let's look at these week 8 matchups. So tonight, Thursday night football, we got the Vikings at the Rams. The line's currently Minnesota -3. Minnesota's coming off a tough loss to Detroit. I expect them to go in and win this game. I don't know if it's going to be handily. I do like the line. I do like my Minnesota minus that 3. The Rams, apparently Cooper Kupp is on the trading block. They look like a team that's kind of done for the year. We know Kyren Williams is a beast. Puka's supposed to be coming back. From what I also understand, Matt Stafford's on the trading block. We'll see what happens with the Rams. You might see Matt Stafford in the Vikings uniform coming soon. But all that to be said, man, I do got the Vikings taking this game down, kind of getting back on track. They lost a tough one to Detroit. That doesn't take that much away from that team. They're still a really good team. So let's just see what happens tonight and as they move forward. All right, now let's move on to Sunday. Sunday, there's a couple really good games out there. There's definitely a nobody cares game. Definitely a nobody cares game. But we'll start with the first game, 1 o'clock. Eagles at Bengals. Currently, the line is Cincinnati -2.5. I'm going to take Cincinnati on this one. Even though the Eagles went into New York and beat the hell out of the Giants last week and looked damn good doing it, Cincinnati's a different thing. Cincinnati, as they start to gain momentum, ends up getting good, especially over the last couple of years. T. Higgins, he wasn't there the first couple weeks. Since he's came back, he's looked great. He helps that offense kind of gel. He helps Jamar not have to have that double coverage. I'm going to take Cincy in this one, minus that 2.5. Another 1 o'clock game, Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. This Man, before the season, I thought this would have been a hell of a game, hell of a matchup. It's absolutely not anymore. On one side, you got the Ravens. Hey, look, the Ravens are good. The Ravens are just getting better every week. That running game, ferocious. Adding King Henry to that offense makes it tough on the rest of the NFL because Lamar continues to ball. That's all there is there. Now, on the Brown side of the field, we saw Deshaun Watson go down. Now we're going to start Jameis Winston. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. The Browns don't look good. They don't look like they have good direction. They don't look like they have good spirit. They don't look like they're fired up. Plus, Amari Cooper is now out of the building as well. The line is Baltimore minus 8.5. Give me Baltimore. Nothing about the Browns telling me that they're going to be able to hang in this game at all, especially with a different quarterback. Even though their old quarterback wasn't playing well, you never know with Jameis. Jameis might get out there and throw 400, 4 touchdowns, and 4 picks and lose. So we'll see what happens, but give me the Ravens. Next up, we got the Titans at the Lions. So look, I said the other day, and I'm going to keep saying it. Right now, the Lions are the class of the NFC. They're going to host the Titans, and the Titans are terrible. Just got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. They're bad. No more to it. I expect the Lions to blow the doors off the Titans. The Lions currently, Detroit by 11. Give me Detroit. I like Detroit. I like that 11 points. Right now, they look like a team that's on a mission, a team that's ready to rock, even with the absence of Hutchinson. Meanwhile, Tennessee, they look like they're already getting ready for next year. They booked their flights for the offseason, Cancun, the whole nine. Give me Detroit. After that, we got Arizona at Miami. Now, this is real close to my nobody cares. Real close. But as usual, we want to see what happens with Miami. We know Tua kind of plans on playing again, doesn't want to wear the Guardian cap. His decision, I would, if that was my homie, I'd tell him, man, just go ahead and hang it up. Don't even worry about playing, maybe getting the coaching, move on to the next steps. But guy wants to play. Meanwhile, Arizona is one of those teams that you never know. You never know. Are they a good team? I don't think so. But can they beat anybody? They can. They kind of track meet you a little bit. Now, the line on this one is Miami minus 3.5. I don't like it. Give me Arizona. I like Arizona to win this one straight up. Yeah, I know it's going to be hot and humid in Miami, but remember, Arizona's Arizona. So they'll be fine. Give me Arizona plus 3.5 on this game. I like them to win straight up. Definitely. Then we're going to have an old school classic battle that really doesn't mean much to the NFL right now. Jets and the Patriots. Line currently is the Jets minus 7. Now, this one is going to have a lot of questions, a lot of eyes on it. Are the Jets going to be able to get back on track? You fire Robert Saleh, still lose. You bring in Devontae, still lose. You don't look like the team that everybody kind of expected. You don't look close to that. Jets don't look close to that. We expected the Jets to be vying for the AFC East title, possible Super Bowl run. I don't see it happening. I don't. I thought the Jets were going to go, real deep. I don't know if the Jets make the playoffs if they continue to play like this. On the other side of the ball, New England, you got Drake May out there. New England's not that good of a team. We saw last week, Coach Mayo called them soft after the way they looked in London against Jacksonville. Straight soft. Now, I'm pretty sure the guys are going to come out with a fire under their ass, but I think the Jets are still going to win. The line is Jets minus 7. I don't like it. I like the Jets by about 3 or 4. Give me the Jets, though. I like the Jets to win this one, just not to cover. Then we have a pretty big game in the NFC South. We're going to have the Falcons at the Bucks. This one's going to be a cool one. It really is. The Falcons need to get their mojo back after the way they got smacked around at home by the Seahawks. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay, tough injuries on Monday night. Maybe some bad coaching decisions also. Now, this one's in Tampa Bay. We know that Tampa's going to be without Chris Godwin. They're going to be without Mike Evans. It's time for somebody else to step up, step in, and get it done. That being said, currently the line is Atlanta, minus 2.5. I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta to win this game by at least a field goal. So give me Atlanta in this one. I think they pull their shit together, get it back going, and take down Tampa Bay and probably ascend to just go ahead and run in this division. Because by the time those receivers get back from Tampa, I think the Falcons are going to be 2-3 games ahead of them. I really do. Then we're going to have Green Bay at Jacksonville. This one, easy pick. Green Bay's favored by 3.5. They're in Jacksonville. Jacksonville stinks. Give me Green Bay. Green Bay, they're still finding themselves, they're still kind of getting themselves together after the first couple of weeks with Jordan Love being out. Meanwhile, Jacksonville, they're just not good. They beat the hell out of the Patriots last week, but you heard what their coach said, called them soft. Jacksonville's just not that good of a team. I'm definitely going to take Green Bay in this one. Lions 3.5, give me Green Bay, probably by a touchdown. Then another division battle, AFC South style, Colts at the Texans. Currently, the line is Houston -5. Colts are tricky. Which AR are you going to get? Is Flacco going to enter the conversation? How are they going to actually do? How are they going to look? Meanwhile, Houston's been battling defensive injuries the last couple weeks. Now, this line here, Houston -5, I like Houston. I do like Houston, but this could be a real muddy, real ugly, yucky game, and you never know what's going to happen in these divisional games. But I just think Houston's the better team, so I'm going to take Houston by this 5, definitely. This one right here, y'all. This one right here. The nobody cares game of the week. Week. Man, we got the Saints at the Chargers. Let's be real. Nobody cares. Nobody. Saints, great fan base. They care. Chargers, well, I don't know about their fan base. Outside of that, nobody can care about this game. I don't think either one of these teams are very good. Saints came out the gate swinging, scoring points, and then they regress. Meanwhile, the Chargers look average to below average. That's all there is to it. They got rid of a lot of pieces in the offseason to kind of change the culture and the groove of this team. It's not working so far. It's not what I'm seeing. This game is ugly. It's going to be ugly. Right now, the Chargers are favored by 7. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to take the Saints because I think 7's too big of a number because I don't think either one of these teams are that good. I just don't. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints plus the 7. I like the Chargers to win just because they're at home, but I think it's going to be a field goal game. Then 4 o'clock, we also have the Buffalo Bills at the Seattle Seahawks. The line is currently Buffalo -3. This one's a little bit tricky also. This is definitely a little bit of a tricky game because one would think that the Seahawks should win this with 0 problem. Absolutely no problem. Is that going to happen, though? The Bills and the Seahawks, both of these teams, they're very interesting teams. The Bills should just keep rolling, but the Seahawks have these ups and these downs. You lose to San Francisco, which isn't really playing that well. Don't look like a good team. You go down to Atlanta, who looks like they're playing all right, and beat the hell out. So now you're coming back home. What's going to happen? Bills are favored by 3. I'm going to take the home team here. I like the Seahawks in the upset. I like the Seahawks +3 against the Bills. Then we're going to have Carolina and Denver. This one was real close to my nobody cares game of the week. Real close. But we have Bryce Young back into the fold. Denver looks like a team that's getting ready to really get there, like to move into that next bracket. Right now, they're on the bottom rung, but they look like they're climbing. They're getting ready to move up to that next rung in the NFL. Bo Nix, he's continuing. He's impressing every week. He's looking better. He's continuously growing. Sean Payton's doing a great job with them. That defense playing real good. We love their cornerback play. Outstanding. I think this is going to be a real big game for Denver to really get themselves going into a potential playoff team. That could happen. That absolutely could happen. We don't know what's going to happen with them and the Chiefs as they go. As the Chiefs haven't really looked like a great team. They just look like a team that knows how to win. Well, the line on this one is Denver -10. Give me Denver. Carolina, garbage. Go ahead, give me Denver. Denver -10. We'll also have the Chiefs at the Raiders. Right now, the line is Chiefs -10. Now, we know a lot of people are going to look and they're going to say, well, the Raiders, they could play well against the Chiefs. The Raiders are an absolute shit show right now. They're just not good at all. You got quarterbacks injured, bringing in new guys. Just got rid of Devontae Adams. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, you got the Chiefs. Chiefs haven't come out and looked like this fantastic team this year, but you know what they look like? A team that knows how to win. That's huge. That's the biggest thing you can be, is just know how to win. Has Mahomes looked great? No, he hasn't. 6-0, 7-0, whatever and 0. They haven't lost nothing. So right now, this line is Kansas City -10. Just bringing in D Hop with the Raiders being a dumpster fire. Give me Kansas City minus that 10. We're gonna have Chicago at Washington. Now this one, if Jaden Daniels can play, all eyes on this game. All eyes, because you got the number 1 versus the number 2 picks in the draft. I want to see how the Bears come off of their bye. You know, Caleb he started slow, picked it up, started looking a little better and a little better and a little better. Then the bye week. So now is he going to come back with the Bears with that same ferociousness that they had going into their bye? On the other side of the field, how are these injuries going to affect the Washington Commanders? Now, if it's Jaden Daniels out there, that'd be a hell of a game. I don't know what Mariota. I don't know if he can hang with what the Bears have been doing. Current line is Bears -3. Give me the Bears. I like the Bears to take this one down. The Bears have them looking like a real good team. That NFC North, NFC North, you may possibly get all 3 wildcard teams right out of the NFC North. I could definitely see that. That's a hell of a division, and I can't wait to watch them beat up on each other down the stretch of this season. Sunday night game, y'all. It's a big one for me. Big one for me. Multiple reasons. San Francisco, right? Cowboys at the 49ers. So now with this game, man, look, San Francisco's favored by 4. I don't like it. I like San Francisco to win by a field goal. So as far as the line goes, I would definitely take Dallas there. But I'm going to tell you this. This is kind of an evenly matched game. There's some people that may say that Dallas doesn't look good. Well, San Francisco doesn't look good either. We know that we're down BA. We don't know if Debo's going to play. We need our rooks to step up and pull their shit together. We don't know if Jennings is going to play. That's a lot of injuries to the wide receiver position. On top of that, Brock didn't have a good game last week. He looked like shit. So is he going to pull that offense together? Let's see. Let's just see. Jordan Mason, he's still nursing that shoulder. Yes, he played last week, but we know he's not 100%. On the other side of the field, Dallas is coming off a bye. Dallas is they're hungry. We always know the media is going to put a ton of pressure on them. Everyone, all the talking heads is going to talk about Dallas. What are they going to do? So this is a game that they're walking in, and this is for them probably like a playoff game because they want, number one, they want to beat the 49ers because the 49ers they've owned them recently. I've owned them. So Dallas has to come in playing with their heads on fire, ready to go. Will they win? I don't think so. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm this super confident 49er fan that we're just going to kick Dallas's ass. Right now, we really don't look like we can kick anybody's ass, to be real with you. But I do like San Francisco in this game by a field goal, not to cover the 4. Let's go Niners. Then we're going to have the Monday Night Football game, last game of the week. This one, I'm expecting blowout. I just am, after seeing what the Steelers did in their last game. We got the Giants at the Steelers. Currently, the line is Pittsburgh by 6. I love Pittsburgh in this game. They're at home. Russ had a real good game last week, looked really good against the Jets in that defense. Meanwhile, the Giants just look pitiful. I mean, look absolutely horrible. I believe Saquon Barkley had more yards than the entire Giants offense last week. That's not good. That's never good. So give me Pittsburgh in this one. I think Pittsburgh is going to hold it down at home. I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game on the Pittsburgh side. We're going to see the emergence of Pickens. Let's see what happens with them. All right? So that's it, man. That's my wrap-up on Week 8. I am going to follow up with a couple specialty shows. I do want to do an NBA season preview, and then I'm also going to do a show on rivalries. All right? So until next time, be good at it, and I will holler.